It's week 13 of the 2042 season, and we'll see this team's veteran running back. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. We're just moments away from the action, and it comes your way next.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate, Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking the sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt.
Yeah.
These teams don't like each other. They could fake it. They could say all the right things in the paper. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes better than anybody, and they know you. And that familiarity does bring a little...
Lucky week 13 it is. Everyone hoping for a little good fortune this time around as we enter the home stretch of the regular season. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And amidst the veterans, it's this rookie quarterback leading them out.
He gave us all the excitement we could hope for last week, but it wasn't all in a good way, at least for his team. Never knew if his throws were going to end in a touchdown or turnovers, and he had a couple of both by the end of the loss. You don't want him to lose that gunslinger mentality. You just want him to be a little more thoughtful with each and every decision.
And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Finds a man right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing from the gun here. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that gives them the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Dump off caught by his back. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. Back now, pressure on its way. Pass caught, 9-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Pollard is in. Touchdown. These guys finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one right down the middle. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Here's a return from the 7. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And in his 8th season as a QB, he's the one to lead them out.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss, but he was 0-1. One pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week, and neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
First couple snaps, first drive of a game, it's all about who can land that opening punch. Gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the job and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Putting the tight end in motion. Trying again, following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Punt team on the field. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it's going to be their football coming up. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
The give on 2nd to Pollard. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The visitors and their running back about to get back to work. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Motioning the tight end now. Back to pass on 1st and 10. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
This is Harris on 2nd down. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here's a throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Setting up a throw. Flush down out to his left. Oh, he's going to run for it. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give him a first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
First and 10, give to Harris. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
He's got it near the 10. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that's separate.
And he gets to the end zone, touchdown! These guys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys tie this game 7-7. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. This offense ready to get going again now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First and 10, it's Pollard. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, second down. They're throwing it. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. All right, all set up now. First and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He's trying to push the field. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He's looking deep once again. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throwing from the gun. That's caught for the first. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And they're going to have a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
From the gun, they go with Pollard. And this one does not go far. Only 2 yards, and it brings up second and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
From the gun, here's Bailey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Now 3rd and 5.
Dropping back to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Caught by Pollard. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return with more NFL action right after this. Time to begin the second quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. Has it in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Running it after the penalty. And he's going to be brought down after running this to the 8. 5 yards on that play, but third and goal is still going to be longer than they'd like.
5 yards brings up third and goal. Let's go now.
Pass play now. And he sails that one over the end zone.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's out of time, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely third down pickup.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. They'll try and throw it here. Dumped off to his running back. And he's out of bounds just short of the 15.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 47-yard line.
From the 47. Throwing this back in the end zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone.
Red zone defense, it is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
The offense getting set to go. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Throwing it to start this drive. Brought in right side. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They get 6 and a first down as well. They're set up at the 35 now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It is caught left side. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And they get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be a first down. They'll send him over right. Play action on first down. Hits him on the out route. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Kate, that play so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. From the red zone now. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it'll be second and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. They give to Harris from the gun. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
And the ground game works for the touchdown. These guys make them pay for turning it over. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The offense headed back to the field. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Running right, here's Pollard. Room to work at the 35. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. Throwing on second and real long here. Completed over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
That one's complete, right side. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll give them a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
The tight end going in motion right. Here's Pollard. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Completed to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. It's the 2-minute warning from Albuquerque. Offense set for a 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That play good for 17 and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
From the pocket, looking for a target.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
He'll throw it yet again. Pass taken in by Pollard. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw as you're about to get smacked.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. Here's a return from the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And clinging to this 1-point lead, Brock, probably don't want to risk too much here. 19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. So after a very competitive first half of football, we've got ourselves a 1-point game. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. You can wait. We'll see how they're faring later. Our focus, it's on these two teams as we skip halftime and get right back to this contest. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. Markers reset, ball at the 37. One of the tight ends in motion left. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Here's 2nd and 11. Finds a man, right time. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Looking to the air here. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Now that is exactly how you drew it up at halftime defensively. Make a big play. On that money down, you got to cash in on 3rd downs. They're going to be huge in the second half. Make sure you get yourself off the field in short order, which they did. And now you give some momentum to your offense when they get the ball back.
The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And he just keeps on catching passes here in the second half. It seems like we're going to remember his work there from this game more than what he's done from the backfield. On the ground, Pollard. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Now looking to throw. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he put just a little too much on this one as it hits in the end zone for a touchback. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They'll start with a give to Harris. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Harris gets it on the counter. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
2nd and 8. That one's complete over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the gun, they go with Harris. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Staying on the ground with Harris. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
To throw it on first down. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. He's going to throw this one. He's got it over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Just excellent effort on that catch and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Trying to run in, Harris. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys grow their lead to 8. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Has this at the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Their offense running back out now. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. They've got first down from the 31. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
From the 41. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
This finds Mitchell complete. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 39-yard line.
Pass play coming here. Complete over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it sets up first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the kick.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Shotgun handoff to Bailey. And he'll advance this down to the 22-yard line. They'll get 6 on the run, but still need twice that now. 3rd and 12 coming up.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Back to throw now. Completed to Pollard. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
They'll send their tight end right. They'll throw on 1st. Uh-oh, he can't escape. He's brought down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own.
You just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost them. That is a safety. And that drive, Brock, I'm calling that the 2-2-2. 2 plays, 2 sacks for the defense, and 2 points for them as well, thanks to that safety.
You kind of felt it building, right? That's what happens with defenses. They can feel and sense, and they get that momentum. They get the first takedown, they come right back and get that second. Now it's imperative this offense responds because you've infused that defense with a bunch of momentum.
Secures this at the 17. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing them.
The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Again, a run with Pollard. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him 5 on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll throw it. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Throw left side, complete. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
They send the tight end in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
3rd and long for him here. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they're going to take over possession. Back to throw on 1st and 10. That one's cut along the left sideline. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. From the gun, here's Bailey. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Their offense ready to take the field now. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running left is Harris. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 42. Short pass brought in. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Brought in right side. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give him a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Ooh, almost to throw the cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Going right side, Harris with it. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Now hold on a moment, folks. You got a player in some discomfort after that one. He's going to receive some assistance as we take a brief timeout. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Harris once more. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. It's 3 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him facing 4th down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
4th down, and we're going to see just how clutch he is on this kick. It's a 38-yarder from the left hash. The 12-year vet strikes true, and that'll make it a 2-score game.
The It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense getting all set for this series. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. Airing it out to start this drive. Has it downfield, working the left. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Look, this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You know, when we watch the Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Got all of it, and this is good. And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want, onside kick or send it deep.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. That outruns their offense. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. First and 10, give to Harris. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play. And they'll have first down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Running behind center with Harris. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He just throws this one away. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense getting set to work here. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Setting up to pass. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Here he is to throw. Hits him on the in route. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Trying to set this up quick. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw it. And that's completed right side. And it's a touchdown in the final minute. He's in, and now an extra point would give him the lead and maybe the win. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
They have this try now to put them in front late. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. Here comes their offense out again. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Throwing now from the gun. Dumped off to his running back. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. Here he is to throw. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. Still sticking with the passing game. Completed over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up. Throwing now. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Time not on their side here as they get set for first down. No timeouts remaining either. He'll throw it yet again. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. 30. Gets the 10. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future. They had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Now we'll see them try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys grow their lead to 8. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Getting right back to it after that interception. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. What a game for our winners as we bid farewell from Albuquerque.